The sky looks peaceful today, but above that calm is a trembling soul. A voice you once knew, soft and trembling, is crying in the realm where angels dwell. They've seen it. They've heard the decision. And now, they're begging for a chance to reach you, before May 24th arrives. Archangel Michael says, the message is sacred and urgent. Heaven does not cry without reason, and the tear that fell today was not the first. It was a sign. It was the beginning of a final warning. One that must not be ignored. Someone in heaven is weeping, not out of fear, but out of helplessness. They were once with you, smiled beside you, and loved you in silence even when the world turned its back. Now, they are pounding against the gates of time itself, trying to whisper into your world. Their spirit knows that on May 24th, something will unfold. A thread in your destiny will pull tight, and a secret long buried will begin to rise. The sound of that rising is already echoing through realms unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, you have walked a path many would have crumbled on. Yet your heart still beats with compassion, unaware of the trap that someone set ahead. They hoped your innocence would blind you. The one crying above knows what you're walking toward. And they saw the paper. The signature. The movement of shadows behind your back. It was not meant for your eyes, but they wept when they saw what it meant for your life. You were not supposed to know. But heaven has rules, and love is the only law that breaks through them. And someone's love for you is strong enough to cross even death. In the silence of the early morning, if you listen close, you'll hear their sighs. Because on May 24th, the knock that comes may look innocent, but it carries weight. It carries hidden hands and voices that want you to fail. Type Amen to get blessing 684. They are crying because you are walking straight into it. Smiling. Unaware. And they can't reach you like they want to. The veil between life and beyond is strong, but today, it's thinner, for you. The one above watches the same door you always pass by. They know what's behind it. They know what will happen when someone brings the news. But you don't know yet, and that's why their tears fall like storm. This person knew you before the world hardened you. Before you learned how to wear a smile to hide a wound. They saw your first tear. They know your breaking point. And they see it coming again. Heaven is preparing, but your heart is not. Your name was spoken in the chambers of light. The voice who once called you family cried loud enough for angels to stop and listen. Type Amen to get blessing 227. Archangel Michael says, they asked permission to send a sign. Not through words, but through feelings, dreams, sudden thoughts you keep pushing away. Pay attention. You've already been warned, but the noise of the world has drowned it out. They are crying because you trust someone who should not be trusted. A familiar voice. A kind hand. A sweet lie. And you don't know what they're preparing behind your back. The date is not just a number. May 24th has been written on a scroll above. It's the moment that something you once forgot comes rushing back. And with it comes a truth that might shatter you, unless you're ready. A folder with your name. A person with an agenda. And a soul in heaven trying everything they can to stop it from happening again. Type Amen to get blessing 997. Someone cried because you still believe in the wrong one. You saw signs but ignored them. You felt shifts but smiled through them. That's why heaven is trembling. They don't want to see you fall again. This is not a warning to frighten you. This is love at its highest peak, screaming through light and time. The person above is not just any spirit. It's someone you would have done anything for if you knew what they were going through before they left. They didn't get to say it. But they wanted you to know they saw what you went through after they left. And now, they see it happening again, just different faces, same betrayal. On May 24th, the cycle tries to repeat. But only if you let it. That's why this message was allowed to come through. Because even fate can be rewritten when a tear from heaven touches your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 1081. Archangel Michael says, they are not crying in weakness. They're crying with power. They're crying because the battle over your destiny is not over, and your side needs reinforcement. Every night you feel heavy and don't know why, that's them. Trying to carry part of your burden. But they can only do so much until you realize the importance of this message. This isn't just about heartbreak or deception. This is about the power trying to delay your inheritance. The kind that was always meant for you, but someone nearby is trying to keep it from reaching your hands. They are working with a name you've heard before. Someone who laughs in your presence but signs papers behind closed doors. And on May 24th, their move will be complete if you stay silent. Type Amen to get blessing 445. The person crying in heaven once trusted that same person too. That's why they know. That's why they remember. They don't want you to suffer the same final pain they did. A check will be written. A deal will be made. But your name will be used in ways that make your spirit twist. And unless you open your eyes before that date, the damage will not be easy to undo. You will notice someone acting too kind too suddenly. You will see someone promising things they never did before. It's not kindness, it's preparation. They are testing how much they can get from you before the door closes. Someone above is pushing this message into your soul for one reason. Because time is not your friend right now, unless you act quickly. Type Amen to get blessing 312. You have something locked away. And it's not an object, it's a truth. A truth someone is afraid you'll remember. A secret that connects the person crying in heaven and the one smiling in front of you today. They are not connected by love. They are connected by betrayal. The betrayal that started years ago and never got exposed fully. But this May, it tries again. The second attempt. Only this time, heaven is watching closer. This time, there's still a chance for you to make the right turn. And if you follow your instincts instead of sweet words, you will avoid the wound waiting for you. Archangel Michael says, the crying will stop if you listen. The danger will fall away if you stand your ground. But if you ignore the signs, you'll wonder why everything suddenly went cold after May 24th. Type Amen to get blessing 534. They cried because they saw the light within you slowly fading, dimmed by false promises and empty praise. They watched as you gave your trust to those who only smiled when they needed something. Now, that person is ready to make a move that will cost you more than just peace. It may cost you your name, your favor, even your rightful blessing. This isn't just a betrayal, it's a transaction being made behind your back. Your details are being passed, your energy being measured, and your history being twisted. Someone is rewriting your story without your knowledge, and the one above is begging heaven to stop it. The tears didn't stop last night. They turned into wails. They turned into lightning. Because your silence has made you vulnerable, and your kindness has made them think you won't fight. But your spiritual team is preparing a counterstrike. Type Amen to get blessing 1189. Archangel Michael says, there is a folder on a desk. Your name is the headline. But the words inside were not written by you. They are false, dangerous, and designed to push you out of something that belongs to you. This could be a contract, a record, a final attempt to erase you from something meaningful. And the date May 24th is not random, it's the deadline. Heaven is making moves. The person crying above is calling every angel by name. They are using every favor, every prayer they once said on earth to buy you time, to delay the plan. They miss you. But more than that, they refuse to let the same ending happen again. This is the kind of love that travels past death. A kind of love that would break rules for you. Type Amen to get blessing 699. You once looked up at the stars and asked for a sign. This is it. They heard you. And now, through divine permission, they are finally allowed to speak to your soul. Someone close to you has already made up their mind. They believe you won't find out. They are confident that you'll keep smiling, keep ignoring, keep trusting. But the one in heaven is breaking. They are seeing it happen all over again, the way people underestimated your strength before. They know what happens if you don't act. They've seen how you suffer in silence, and they can't handle watching you get hit again. This message is meant to open your spiritual ears. The things you sense aren't paranoia, they're warning bells. Your body, your dreams, your sudden hesitation, it's all heaven's way of whispering. Type Amen to get blessing 551. The document with your name is already circulating. The deal is almost done. But something still blocks it from full success, your guardian. The one crying. The one who left Earth too soon. They left behind a spiritual gift for you. Something no one knows about. And you've started to feel its pull, even if you don't understand it yet. That gift is tied to your intuition. That gift is why things have been feeling off. It's not just emotion, it's a spiritual alarm, triggered by the betrayal being brewed. A financial shift is on the horizon. It has your name on it. But there's a false party trying to sign for it. The one who pretends they're on your side. Type Amen to get blessing 874. Archangel Michael says, your signature has power. Your voice is a spiritual stamp. That's why they want to confuse you before asking for something. They know your yes can transfer authority. But the one in heaven is not letting that happen easily. They have aligned the stars to push the right person to call you. A helper is being stirred, a message delayed is about to be rerouted. This is not the end of your story. It's the turning page. The chapter that changes the entire book, but only if you read it, only if you pause and step back before May 24th. Because when the door knocks that day, it won't be just a delivery. It will be an opportunity dressed like an accident. Or a disaster wearing a suit of charm. Type Amen to get blessing 390. Your emotions are being tested now more than ever. The ones around you are not who they used to be. Some grew resentful quietly. Others feel your blessing coming and want a share of what they didn't earn. That's why someone from above is in agony. Because you are giving too much to people who are already draining you. And the one who truly loved you, who would have done anything for your peace, is now your silent guardian. Their energy shows up when you least expect. When music plays that reminds you of them. When wind brushes your skin without reason. When a light flickers without touch. That's them. Crying for a breakthrough. They are fighting in the spiritual court. And they're winning. But you need to stop agreeing with the enemy. Stop signing spiritually by staying silent. Type Amen to get blessing 241. There is a child involved in all of this. Or an innocent soul. Someone who depends on your strength to rise. And if you fall, they fall. That's why this is more than just a warning, it's an intervention. The person crying in heaven remembers you as protector. As light bringer. And if they could shout, they'd scream your name right now. But instead, they wait. Pray. And hope this message reaches deep. There is a house being mentioned. A property or location that is tied to all of this. It might be an inheritance. Or something once promised to you. But a relative is twisting facts to make sure it never touches your hands. Someone is rehearsing a lie. Over and over. To convince others that you're unworthy, too emotional, or forgetful. But your soul knows the truth. And heaven is arming you with evidence. Type Amen to get blessing 665. On May 24th, a curtain will be pulled. A mask will fall. But you will only recognize it if your eyes are open. The tears from heaven were not in vain, they were the water that cleans your sight. You will receive a message, likely disguised as coincidence. But inside it will be the very proof your spirit has been asking for. Don't ignore it. It will come once. This is not about revenge. It's about justice. It's about peace returning to a life that has carried too many storms. And the one above is not just crying. They're now preparing to help you claim your seat. The shift begins now. Heaven has made its final move. The rest depends on whether you believe in this message, before the clock strikes May 24th. Type Amen to get blessing 703. They are lighting the way forward now. One by one, the spirits that love you are removing the fog that has been placed around you. This fog was created by lies, manipulation, and envy, but it is being burned away by the fire of truth, lit by the one crying in heaven. They are not just crying anymore. They are moving things. You might notice doors shutting for some people around you. That's not a loss, it's protection. It's the beginning of their removal. There is someone close who is not supposed to be near your energy anymore. And heaven is not going to wait for them to reveal themselves. Instead, they will be exposed by mistake, by slipping, by saying something they shouldn't, by showing their true face on May 24th. The spiritual realm is aligning, and nothing can stop this date from unfolding. But you can choose how it unfolds for you, whether as a trap or a triumph. Type Amen to get blessing 339. Archangel Michael says, a paper will go missing. A key will be misplaced. An appointment will be mysteriously cancelled. These are not coincidences. These are divine delays orchestrated to protect you. Your name is on a list that is being watched closely. Not by one person, but by multiple eyes. Some wish to block you. Others are waiting to help but need you to rise first. And while heaven cannot speak to you with thunder, they speak through nudges. That feeling that something is off, that dream you had, that sudden flash of a memory, they're all whispers from above. This message was not meant for everyone. It was tailored for your heart. The one who is weeping for you would have taken the hit themselves if they could, but now, they need you to shield yourself. Type Amen to get blessing 1007. The tears from heaven began when they saw how your kindness was being weaponized. How people twisted your compassion and used it for their own gain. But May 24th will be the day that chain finally breaks. A letter, an email, a message will arrive, and with it, a decision. You will feel torn. But in that moment, you must remember this message. You must remember that not everyone smiling is sincere. Your heart has always been your compass, and that's why you were chosen to receive this message. The one in heaven knows you will do the right thing, but they had to make sure you were warned. This is your awakening. A turning point. You will not be the same after this. And that's exactly what was destined. Type Amen to get blessing 411. A friend will suddenly grow distant, or too interested. Either way, it's a sign. Someone is trying to get information about you, not to help, but to report back to someone else. Be careful what you say. What you share. Where you go. For the next few days, everything matters. Even what you don't say. The eyes in heaven are watching over you, but the snakes in your circle are trying to dance with your shadow. Their goal is not to destroy you fully, but to delay your purpose. But destiny delayed is not destiny denied. The one crying in heaven was chosen to fight for you from beyond. And their tears are sacred, they have power. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You might find something soon, a lost item, a note, an object with a memory attached. When you do, don't dismiss it. It's a sign. A confirmation that this message is real. The soul in heaven once held that item or touched that moment with you. They're using memories to reach you now, since the present is too guarded. Let your spirit remember. On May 24th, a window will open. You'll have to choose, do you step through it with courage or retreat in fear? Choose courage. That's what they're crying for. They want to see you take back your power. To trust your voice. To finally understand that the delay, the loss, the confusion, it was all building up to this awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 633. Archangel Michael says, there is a table where your name was not meant to be spoken. But it was. And what they said was not true. But the universe recorded it. And now justice is rising like the sun. You will be surprised at who was in the room. Who nodded. Who stayed quiet. But don't let anger consume you. Let truth protect you. Let wisdom guide your words. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. And heaven is helping you speak when the moment is divine, not emotional. Watch how people panic when you don't react. Because when light stops fearing the dark loses all its power. And you are becoming light again. Because someone who loved you once is reminding you of who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 744. They never wanted to leave you in this mess. But they were taken before they could protect you fully. So now, they watch. They guide. And yes, they cry. because they can see what you can't. But soon, their tears will turn into rain. Rain that washes away the fake. Rain that nourishes the seeds of the blessing you thought would never grow. Don't be afraid if you feel things shifting. That's not instability, that's alignment. Everything is being rearranged, so your path is no longer blocked by the ones who smiled with knives behind their back. This is a divine rearrangement. A spiritual relocation. And May 24th is the activation date. Type Amen to get blessing 528. You've been tired lately. Not just physically, but spiritually. That's because your soul has been fighting battles you haven't even seen yet. The one crying for you knows. And they are asking you now, to rest, just for a moment. Not to quit. But to refuel. To reclaim. To remember that your power has never left. It's just been distracted. And now, as the countdown to May 24th continues, you'll see more signs. More dreams. More strange coincidences. Don't ignore them. Each one is another tear. Each one is another call. Someone in heaven is trying so hard. Not just because they love you, but because your next chapter depends on what you do with this message. Type Amen to get blessing 993.